Welcome to Cine, here where you come for all of your media needs. My name is Ray.
It's your boy Nikki Tay.
And today we are reviewing Us.
I got 5 on it. Partner, let's go half on a sack. So after, Marvel Infinity War, when Black Panther turned to dust, Lupita and Winston were out of jobs. I mean, their franchise had just been crushed. So Jordan Peele made that call. He said, I want you to star in my new horror thriller film, follow up to Get Out. It's going to be called Us. And if you saw the trailer, you knew instantly from the moment Looney's dropped the I got fun and he slowed it up, you knew it was like, yeah, Jordan Peele in his bag. Like, okay, let's hold off on Us. Let's talk about Get Out. Get Out is amazing. I think I can speak for every black person and every conscious white person, shout out to you, that Get Out was perfect. It was a movie that I always say everyone needed. And if you haven't seen it, definitely go see it. Great movie, great suspense, great story, great acting. I mean, every aspect of that movie was great. But Us, I think Jordan Peele has now elevated the bar even further. I think for the suspense, it's definitely more suspenseful. And I think the symbolism in this movie is next level. It's amazing.
But let me say this. Let me say this.
Hold on.
Let me say that it's really hard to talk about this movie without spoiling it.
Absolutely, right? Because the story is absolutely the best part of this movie.
It's really hard to spoil it. So let me get into a little bit of a different thing in this review. Let me ask you a question.
Woo! Q&A! Q&A! Yeah, title card.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Do you think that Jordan Peele's movies are really amazing, fantastic films? Or do you think that Get Out was so good that every movie that he make, we're going to look at as maybe better than it might be? Not saying that this is one of those movies.
Yeah, we overhyping it.
That we overhyping it. Yeah, I'm not saying that this is one of the movies.
Yeah.
I just think it's a fair question to ask. When we leave the theater, are we trying to make this movie better than what it actually was?
That's a great question. And I think the answer to that is no. These movies are amazing. Like, these movies are good. And let's ignore, now let's ignore Get Out. And I'll take Us as a solo movie by, Herbie Werben-Jensen, random guy, just make him a name. This movie is great. This movie is amazing. I think movies that allow you to have a dialogue and not just like, oh, that action scene was amazing. Yeah, Captain Marvel, yeah, she rocked it. And then you leave it alone. Movies that make you say, what does this mean? How does this apply to my life? What are the parallels of what happened in this film and what I experienced on the daily? I think those movies aren't made enough. And Jordan Peele is now 2 for 2. And not only doing that, providing you with a movie that makes you think, gets you talking, but providing a movie that is just really good. Like, even if you didn't have a discussion, even if you went to see it by yourself, you sat through the movie for an hour confused, like, I don't understand what's going on. By the end of it, you will say this movie was good. And that's hard to do. To wrap both of those things, I think, in a movie nowadays is rare. Thank you. Thank you, Jordan.
I think the movie is good. I'm not disputing it. I think the movie was great. I think the best part about the movie was the suspense. I felt like you said, even if you don't get what the message is, you were on the edge of your seat all the way until the end.
Absolutely.
Right? Because you never knew what was going to happen, and you were so creeped out and weirded out by the people that you were seeing on the screen. And I think that from the actor standpoint, I think everybody did great.
That goes without saying.
I think everybody did amazing. Right? Because you got to play both those roles, those parallels of yourself.
Exactly.
Right?
So now let me do this review some justice, right? So Us is a movie in which there's a family being attacked by doppelgangers of themselves. And that's basically the movie. I'm not gonna
say any more.
Give any more yeast or try to tell you all. That's the movie. Yeah. And if you saw the trailer, and we kind of had this conversation after the movie ourselves, it's like what's this trying to tell us? Is this, we are our own worst enemy or something more? And the movie definitely tells you something more. I think we both agree that, again, I can't stress enough, like, these intellectual thrillers, and I think one of the really good ones that did it first but did it in the big way is Saw, right? Getting really intellectual with the thriller, and kind of got watered down, right? Jordan has said, here are 2 movies, boom, boom. I can keep doing this.
Yeah.
I can keep doing this. The third one is gonna be like, yeah, all right, like
I want to see him do something other than horror though.
You what?
Yeah,
I'm not.
I don't need the next block in like Shyamalan.
Don't do that. Don't put that on him.
I don't need that.
Don't put that on him.
I'm just saying I don't need another guy that's just geared to only making scary movies. I want to see what else he can do. Like I want to see him really get in his bag and maybe take more serious movies.
I do, but I'll be happy with a horror trilogy, suspense trilogy.
You want one more? Then?
Yeah, I need one more.
You need Candyman. That's it.
No, I need an original joint. I need another honest to God original parallel to another situation. Like if he did a movie kind of like Blind Spotting where people was getting killed by cops and made it a horror movie, boom! Like here's my money, Futurama meme. Like take it. Like this. I'm a fanboy right now. Like Jordan is
a good movie.
He's doing something new, something that we haven't seen
in a while.
Yeah. I think the great Spike Lee was here before. I think John Singleton has kind of dabbled in this space, right? But he is progressing a genre in a different way.
Yeah, in a different way. I agree with that 100%. I will tell everybody to go see this movie. I think that even if you don't get all of the meanings and all of the, because he said that he wants to make a movie where people have dialogue. He said that.
Absolutely.
He said, and that's what he created. So
easily.
Even if you don't get the movie, at least it created dialogue, and it's something that you can enjoy. Because he said at the end of the day, the enjoyment factor is first. And I think in this movie, he put the enjoyment factor first. Oh. I enjoy watching this movie. I really don't have too many complaints about it. I would just like to say, is he at a point now where people are going to hype him, right? That's all. Hype his movies. That's my only. I'm not saying that this movie one of them.
He get built up like M. Night Shyamalan.
That's what I'm saying. But there's another thing too. Like, sorry to bother you, right? If he would have made that, would you have left the theater and said this movie is fantastic, or would you have left the theater and said this movie was really bad, and I get the message that he was trying to give, but the execution was terrible. Like it made me think it was Sorry to Bother You, a movie that took the satire route, but tried to give a message and went a little bit too far and fell off the cliff. Like if he would have made that movie, would you be so hyped and say he did it again? We got a third movie, or would you say I liked your first 2, but this one was bad? That is the kind of realm I want to sit in. I want people to think about it.
Yeah, I mean, Sorry to Bother You has grown on me. I definitely do still stand behind that movie's not for me. I think the message is a little too weird. If Jordan Peele made it, I'd be like, this is, everybody slip. Everybody slip. It's not a bad movie. I wouldn't knock it. I wouldn't hold a grudge like Avatar: The Last Airbender.
We gave a decent grade.
Or Lady in the Water.
Yes.
But it wouldn't be Get Out. It wouldn't be Us. Because those are just so next level. No knock to Sorry to Bother You. Again, like I said, it was a good enough movie for what it was. But Jordan Peele is Michael Jordan right now. And it's like the GOAT talk. We still waiting for that. We waiting for that LeBron.
I feel like he need more time.
LeBron.
He is LeBron.
2 back to back.
He LeBron, not Jordan.
Well, who will be Jordan then?
People that already did it. Scorsese. People that's great at the craft.
I'm kind of just thinking.
I'm
just thinking in the black community.
Oh, Spike Lee did.
Yeah. Spike Lee Jordan.
Yeah.
Spike Lee Jordan. Yeah. Then I like that. Then Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
Is LeBron.
Yeah. He on his way up.
Yeah. Who Kobe? Yeah. Tyler Perry. Look at no. Tyler Perry is Grant Hill. Started good and got hurt. In conclusion, Us is phenomenal. I think this is easily the best movie I've seen all year. Yes, hands down. I mean, this is over Captain Marvel. This is over Alita. This is over Glass. I can't think of another good movie that I saw this year. But it's over all of those. Captain State. I shout out Captain State. Captain State was good. It's over all of those, easily. Like, choo! So, I have to give it above a 9. And I think I'm settling right now at a 9.4. I think this movie is really good. And you're probably like, oh, you know, what would make it a 10? And I think, honestly...
You being in it.
Yeah, like more of it. Like at least another 30 minutes. I would have loved a little more explanation. I think there are some plot holes for me in this movie, and I can't really talk about it, right? I think there's some things that I don't quite make sense, like how, right? Like the analytical side of me is wondering, like, how is this possible? Which kind of nags me. Some movies I can let that slide. It's like, you know, it's a movie, enjoy the moment. But in this movie, where I'm meant to have a dialogue, I want to be able to close out those dialogue options that I can. So 9.4 for me. I will definitely be Googling threads and Reddit posts to understand more about this film.
In the end, this movie is everything we wanted it to be, right? It was a movie that we leave the theater talking. It was a movie that while we were watching it, we were trying to think about what's next and what's going on, and are we really seeing what we think we're seeing? It was overly suspenseful. Acting was amazing. Story was great, but it does leave a little to be desired.
Yeah.
Okay, it leaves a little to be desired. So at the end, I'll probably give this movie an 8.7.
Woo!
I think it's an 8.7. I'm not quite in the 9s. It didn't blow me away, but it does have me talking.
I'm kind of following.
But in the end, I can't say this movie was for all of us. So I give him credit for that. I give him credit for that.
That completes the review of Us, the film, not us personally. I just wanted to make that clear if you just skip to the end. Absolutely great movie, Jordan Peele, second time out, second directorial movie. It's phenomenal.
You on a great run. Keep it up.
I like now your name anytime I see it or attached to a movie.
We gotta go.
I'm in.
We gotta go.
Until you slip. And you know black people, we gonna be
Slip.
all over you. You slip, you will get crucified. I won't personally crucify you because I know everybody make mistakes, but you will be crucified. So man, I just want you to continue with this hot hand. Keep making great movies for us, the culture. As always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification button so you can stay up to date with all of our reviewing content, because we got a lot of content. Make sure you go see that Medea review.
Check it out.
And then you come back to this review so you can see what a good movie review sound, well, a review of a good movie. There it is. A review of a good movie sounds like. And as always, don't forget, you've seen it here. I got 5 on it. I got 5 on it. Messing with that in the week. You want to get crazy? Well, let's get crazy.